Hello, I'm What Back Toes. Welcome back to my channel if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you're new. Today I'm here to share something exciting with you, and that is my fabric stash. I have a lot, guys, and this is going to be a very long vlog, so I highly recommend watching this either whilst you're sewing or when you've got time. So grab a cuppa and take a seat and let's get to it. Okay, so first up, all of my fabric is stored in certain ways. So I have these 80-litre boxes and I have one 40-litre box. I have 3 of these with fabric in them, and then I have 3 Kallax units that I keep, Kallax unit boxes, which I'll show you further on in the vlog. I keep indoor, and I rotate my stash depending on the season. These are all stored outside in my outhouse, and I do go through them and rummage quite regularly as and when I can. I have in here a lot of summer fabrics, so we'll start with this box here and then I'll take you through some of my other fabrics that I've got. So we're going to get to this because, like I said, this is going to be a very long vlog. So first up that I want to show you, and this is going to be very on trend according to all of the style vlogs, this is this gorgeous eyelet cut broderie anglaise that I got from Jenny Stitches Fabrics. I can see this as a gorgeous sort of boho top. I'll pop in some images of some inspiration that I looked at when I was buying it. Now, I bought this in the sale at the back end of last summer, and I don't know whether the colour's really coming up on this, but it is in a baby blue, like powder blue, which again, I know is a colour that's meant to be on trend this year, fabric. So, you know, talk about forward thinking. Next, and you'll see this a lot through my vlog, I've got some very staple viscose chalets. This is like a sage green kind of colour, and it's quite lightweight, but it's there for either lining pieces or to build some plain staples in my wardrobe, because as you know, I quite like a lot of patterns in my my stash. Okay, so this gorgeous fabric I got from a craft show that I went to in Birmingham, and it is of course this in Venice themed Lady McElroy viscose fabric. It's just beautiful and stunning, and it's on a viscose base, and I just love it. Now, I bought this after the summer last year, so obviously no chance to make anything up. I cannot wait to work with it. I have washed it, excuse the sniffing of it, ready to go as the weather improves and we get towards the spring and summery months. I don't know what to make with this. I would like to make a lovely sort of summery dress. I was thinking about, there's a sew over it pattern, I think it's called the Rosy dress or something like that. That I thought would be quite nice with that kind of structure, and as my sewing skills have come along, maybe not with the boning on it, but I definitely think it's something that I could venture into and can see that in that kind of style. I don't know whether the fabric would be too thin to do that though. Another Lady McElroy fabric that I've got is this lovely fabric here. You guys probably have seen this fabric before. It is on the Lyra dress packet, the model in that wears it. I know Rowan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl has mimicked that look as well. I'm not sure what I want to make with this. It's a cotton lawn, so it would make a very nice shirt, but it would also make quite a nice structured dress as well. Again, very summery fabric, which is why it's sitting in my box, and that was what I got for my birthday in August last year. So but it was at the back end of August, and just as that weather was starting to tipple over. I love the red gingham checked look. There is only about 90 centimeters here of this fabric, and I'm figuring I can make a pair of shorts. I think it's more of a polyester type fabric, but it's certainly a cotton kind of weight. But I think it would make a beautiful pair of shorts. Whether it's wear out and about shorts or whether it's pajama shorts, I'm not sure yet, but that is been put aside for the summer months to use. But I absolutely love that, and I can see more check coming, and you'll see there is more sort of that gingham type effect in my stash as we go along. This was another fabric that I got from the craft fabric craft thing, Quilt Festival of Quilts, that's what it was, and I went to last year. Again, I see this as a summery fabric, and I see a beautiful dress. This was from the Stall Stitched. They are usually at those kind of events. I absolutely love this. I mean, just look at how beautiful that is, and I'm keeping it back till the summer. I have washed that as well, ready to go, and I have 3 meters of that. Any suggestions for that would be gratefully appreciated, because I just don't know what to make, because it's so pretty. I don't want to mess it up, which makes me kind of think whatever I decide to make, there'll be a trial version made beforehand. And then I've got this Tencel lawn that I got from Jenny Stitches in the sale. Again, this is really lightweight. I think I've only got about a meter, 1.2 meters of this. I can see myself wearing a wide leg pair of pants, trousers with this. Maybe the Anna Allen Pomono, although I have done them to death a little bit. I got a wide leg trouser in one of my So Hayley Jane boxes. Pattern, I want to say it's the peony pattern, but I don't think it is. It's because I love peonies. I don't know. I can't remember. If I can find it, I'll try and pop the name of it down below so you can see. And the next couple of fabrics I've got in here, so this one's been in my stash for a very long time. It's a canvas fabric. I have intentions of making a tote bag out of it. It's just a beautiful fabric that I think I picked up from a car boot sale, and I think would make a lovely sort of shopper bag, so to speak. So nothing special, but it's sitting there in my stash ready to make up. And the last thing in this box is this beautiful viscose fabric that I got from Abercarn Fabrics. Now, I won this voucher in, what did I win it in? The challenge that was run by Secret Life of a Seamstress. Can't remember what the challenge was now, but I did win this. And oh, it's about hacking patterns. That's what it was. It was Sew Mashup, and I love this fabric, but obviously I got it too late to make anything up for summer, and this is going to be a saguaro set with the back and back top version, because that's how I like to make it, because I don't like how low cut it is. So that is my box. Now, this one was actually well arranged. This literally was a box full of my summer fabrics ready to go. Just a caveat here, this is the second time I'm filming this, and I'm hoping that this is the box that my camera didn't capture. I'm having to do this on my phone because I have gone through this box already, and my camera didn't capture it. So where are you doing it? So this is a gorgeous sort of lining type fabric that I got from So Affordable Fabrics. It's lovely. It's nothing special. It's like a polyester type feel fabric. I'm thinking about using this with the boiled wool fabric that I got from my mother, which is in a gorgeous fuchsia, and I think this would look lovely. This was my Christmas present from my mum to make the Nova coat, and I think the two go really nicely together. And this boiled wool is from Minerva. Then I have some more gingham. This is definitely a polyester fabric. I love this fabric. I've got more in another box that you will see further along the vlog. This is something that I bought last year. I think I bought it from either the market or Pound Fabrics or somewhere like that, just because I love gingham. Initially I thought it would make a really lovely pair of trousers. I don't like pastel pinks, but I love this kind of like hot pink or a fuchsia pink colour. But I don't know about the fabric. I sewed some trousers up at Christmas time in a tartan, and oh my god, they just look awful and they don't flow properly, and I think it's because it's that polyester fabric. So I may have to resign myself to a dress in this of some sorts, but definitely one for the summer months. Then I have this gorgeous Atelier Brunette fabric that I got in a So Hayley Jane box. You can see how many times this has been picked up and put back in because it's just so creased. It's a beautiful viscose twill. Now this colour doesn't suit me to wear, which is why I haven't made anything with it, but I love the fabric. I think it's beautiful. So it will be used probably as a lining type fabric, maybe a pair of trousers, but I associate this more as a wintry type fabric. Maybe it's a cardigan that I can layer so it's not so close to my face, and maybe I've got like a, I don't know, a black top or something like that. I have got the duster cardigan from Emporium Patterns, I think it is, that I could potentially use this for. So I do want to use it. I don't want to destash it. I definitely want to use it, but we'll just we'll wait and see on that one. This has been in my stash for about 5-6 years. This was one that I bought ages ago. I bought it from Fabricland. It's a viscose fabric. I can see it as a blouse, but again, you can see it's got that ochre colour on it. Now, I love that colour. It just doesn't suit me. Now, I have debated on destashing it a few times. I've pulled it out. I've looked at it to make myself something else. It may make a nice shirt, and maybe if I can break it up a little bit because of the blue and the white, and just be careful where I'm placing, how close to my face, I don't know. It's one that's still undecided, and like I said, it's been in and out of my stash consistently for months, so for years. I haven't made a decision on that one. Next up we have, this is a remnant piece. Now I did get 3 meters of this. This was influenced by Liz, the Baker That Sews, that bought from a shop called something bizarre. Can't remember. It's an Instagram shop. I'll try and find the name and pop it across the screen below for you. And I bought 3 meters of this. Started making a Westcliff dress, which I've made 1,000 times. Messed it up so badly because I was doing it in such a rush, and it ended up becoming good for nothing. So I have got 1 meter of this left, which I plan on making a t-shirt in the summer for, because I just think it'd look quite nice as a t-shirt. I haven't decided whether it's going to be a Tabitha t-shirt or whether I might have a thread on that. I thought it was actually a spider. You nearly saw me run across the room then. Or whether it was going to be an Ellie and Mac oversized tee, or even the bird of boat neck tee that I've got as well, because that would also be a good option. But it is a lovely fabric, and that's again one for the summer months. Now this is a beautiful viscose that I believe Alison from Sew Like Dotty actually has, and it's purchased from Pound Fabrics. It was quite inexpensive. It was at the end of all of their summer fabrics, and this dropped in for like £2.50 a metre. It's just a viscose. I've kept it to one side because it's definitely something I'll probably use in the summer, which is why I've not made anything up with it, but I adore this. Maybe a summer dress, maybe a blouse, maybe an Alan Anthea shirt for work. I don't know, I can just see a beautiful summer dress, maybe even a shirt dress. Could be a number of things really. Suggestions in the comment box below. Now I'm going to show you so many fabrics today, you're going to forget all of them. But what I intend to do at the end of this vlog is pick 3 fabrics out of my stash and share them on my community page on a poll for you to pick that you want me to choose to sew up. And I think that will be a great way of me getting through some of my stash and pushing me to use these. Again, this is a summer fabric. It's a seersucker fabric that I got from Pound Fabrics. It is gorgeous. And this was another one that I saw as a saguaro set. But I could turn so many of these things into a saguaro set. It's unreal. So maybe, again, another sheer dress. You know, like the one... oh, the lovely Brogan from Sewing Bee. She has just actually put a reel out on her Instagram, but she wore one during the Sewing Bee that I absolutely loved, and I think this would make a gorgeous version of that. And hopefully that style would suit me as well. So that is what I'm thinking of. There's 3 meters of that one there, so there's plenty there. This is a remnant piece of, and I'll pop a picture in of me wearing the Anthea blouse by Anna Allen. This, I absolutely love this. It's just stunning. There's about 1 meter left. I think I'm going to be making a Sew House 7 raglan tee. I actually have made from remnants out of 2 other fabrics. I'll quickly show you because they're in this drawer next to me. So out of what I had left from this gorgeous fabric, Godmother fabric, which you'll see because it's in my upcycle basket at the end, I made a Soho 7 tee, raglan tee out of it, and I also did the same thing out of this viscose, which is from Rainbow Fabrics. And I love these. They've got quite a nice shape to them, so they're very wearable, and I do wear them quite a lot. I mean, I'm wearing them in the winter months, even though they're more summery fabrics, so definitely an option to make out of that particular fabric. So next, I know you probably feel like I'm rushing this, guys. It's not intentional. It's just that I've got so many fabrics to show you. This is a gorgeous viscose fabric that I bought for the Sew Purple to End ALZ challenge that obviously I never entered or got a chance to make up. It's beautiful. I've got 2 meters of this. I don't know what to make out of this. It would make a lovely robe. I could see it's like a summer kind of dressing gown robe. But again, it would make a beautiful dress. I mean, can you imagine wearing that print to a wedding or something like that? It's just beautiful. So yeah, 2 meters of that one. I just don't know what I want to wear. I don't know what I want to make either. What else have I got? So this beautiful viscose, which was inspired from the lovely Cara at So Mad, and she's so mad, but she's beautiful. She made a dress out of this, and she made a shirt for her father out of this. And when I saw it, when I walked into Hobbycraft, and I'm pretty sure I paid a lot more than she did from the market in Birmingham, but I had to get it because I just thought it was beautiful. It's like a viscose fabric and it's absolutely stunning. And I'm thinking of, again, it's a very summery fabric, so it's something I'd like to make. This fabric is actually feels exactly the same, completely different fabric, but it feels the same, and it's in this gorgeous mint colour, and it's got these flowers on with these specks of blue. Now again, this isn't a colour I particularly wear very often, but I do think this will really suit me in a very girly dress, because I think it would make a very girly dress. So that's those 2 viscoses. Again, a lot of these fabrics that you're seeing here are very summery fabrics. Now you will see, excuse the scrunched upness of this, is because I've pulled these out and then put them back when sorting through my stash. This is a navy blue viscose chalet from Pound Fabrics. It's probably about 3 meters of this here. You will see as we go throughout these boxes, I will be sharing a few different types of these plain viscose chalets. I have lots of patterned fabrics, lots of patterned fabrics, and I was getting to a point last year, especially when I tried to do some of Me Made May, and my wardrobe wasn't that big at that point. Everything was vibrant colours. So I got a few plains just to tone it down, to either use as linings or to use to bulk up some plain coloured t-shirts or something in my stash. So that's the reason for that. How pretty is this? This is like a sari fabric, and it is from my local fabric shop, which stocks a lot of Indian sari style fabrics. It's beautiful. It's got these gorgeous little flowers with these embroidered gold, and then it's got these specks of colours and the odd sequins on it. I bought this with a Marni blouse in mind, and I still have a Marni blouse in mind for it. Sorry, there's absolutely loads there. The only thing I think I've mentioned this on the vlog that I shared actually when I bought it. It has this on it, not like all the way. It cuts off at a certain point. I've never seen anything like that. It's sewn in, and it came off the roll, so I'm not 100% sure what it's for, and I'm sure somebody did tell me on my previous vlog, and I was like, oh, and now I've forgotten what it is. So yeah, I would like to make a Marni blouse out of this. I just think it will make a beautiful sort of flowy blouse that just gives some extra oomph, so to speak. And the last 2 fabrics in this box that I'm going to show you them together. This is like a polyester type red fabric that my wonderful stepmother bought me for Christmas this year. It's gone straight in the box because it's not something I'll probably use. I think I will bring this back out next Christmas and maybe make some Santa sacks with it, or some stockings and bits and bobs, because I think that's all it's going to be good for. It's not really a dressmaking fabric, but it's lovely, and it's lovely that she bought it, and I hate to sound ungrateful in any way, but it's just not a fabric I'd use, and it's certainly not what I'd class as a dressmaking fabric. It's the same as this is almost like an African wax print fabric. I don't think it is, but it feels like it, like the is it the Batax? I don't know. It's definitely a crafting cotton. I mean, it has got this beautiful sort of pattern in the back, but again, because it's not a dressmaking fabric, and even if it was a dressmaking fabric on like a viscose, I'm not sure it's one I'd wear. So it's in my stash. I can't get rid of it. It's been bought for me. I'm going to have to find something to make with it, but I'm just not sure what I'm going to make with it. So that is that fabric. So they're my first 2 boxes. Now I'm going to go on and show you my rest of the stash. So if you're still with me and you've made it this far, I'm so pleased. But let me switch over the boxes so you can see. So we killed my camera battery with how long I've been doing this. So let's have a look at what else I've got. So there was this piece that I didn't show you out of that last box, but I have switched the boxes over because we were coming towards the very end. So this was one that I got from Super Bales D-Stash account. It's a cotton dobby fabric. I've had it for a while. I don't know if I like it anymore, I must admit. It's a lovely fabric, but it's just one of those that every time I look at it, I'm like, will I wear it? I love purple. And it's got these gorgeous birds all over it, and I thought it was directional, but it's not. They sort of fly about all over the place upside down, and there's 1.5 meters of it. I mean, it would make a lovely sagebrush top or something like that, but I'm just not sure what I want to do with it. So it's not going on to my D-Stash. I'm going to keep hold of it because I might use it. I just don't know what for. So that was the last one. I hope you guys are still with me. I am fully aware of how long this vlog actually is, and hopefully you stick it to the end. But you guys wanted to see my stash. I could have broken this down into several different episodes, but I thought it'd be easier just to give you one long watch, as you're probably sewing away to this vlog. Just gives you something to keep on the background. So I have got lots of this viscose jersey. It's like it's got pink splodges all over it. This will be used to make my sister some bits. It's black base, but it's got the pink on it. I got this from Birmingham Rag Market. I was there for a work conference and I just popped down at the very back end of the day. Everything was more or less closing, but I saw this. I think there's about 7 meters of this one in total. So lots of things to be made out of this, and to have like a nice jersey kept in. I mean, I could make a Westcliff dress out of this, another kind of jersey wrap dress, or jersey kind of tight dresses. I mean, obviously I'm aware with my stomach that I don't wear too many dresses, but yeah, there's lots of different things that can be made out of this sort of fabric, so it's always a good one to have in. Same as this particular one. So there's some, see, look, there's some more of that one there. This particular one is exactly the same. It's a black cotton jersey, not a cotton jersey, it's a viscose jersey, and it's just got this sort of check print all over it. Again, I thought this would be great. You can make lots of different things out of this. I know I've got quite a lot of this fabric as well. I think there's about 5 meters of this one. This could be, again, Westcliff dress. It could be a Freya top from Tilly and the Buttons. It could be the Ellie and Mac oversized tee. Loads of options with this one. And again, it's quite a work appropriate fabric as well, so could make myself a couple of work tops and dresses out of that. What else have I got? So this lovely fabric here, it's definitely a polyester of some kind, but this was bought by a colleague at work from one of the local market stores that she goes to when she goes to London. Her mum's a sewer as well, and I always say to her to keep an eye out on the fabrics. This is stunning, and I can actually see this as a Tilly and the Buttons lotta dress. It is, it's got a stretch to it. but you can see when you stretch, it's got that white. So I'm going to have to make sure that whatever I make, it's drapey, so the white doesn't come through. But it is a really nice fabric. It almost reminds me of like an animal print of some sort in the blue. And I've got 2 lots of that. I think there's a good few meters there. But I must make something up, must make something work appropriate up so I can wear it in and she can see it on me, because she'll absolutely love that. So I've talked about Neil's Fabrics a few times. It's a stall in Milton Keynes. They've got a shop, they've got an online shop as well now. They don't tend to have their remnant bin stuff on there. It tends to be more their cottons and a couple of viscoses. So this was something I pulled out of the remnant bin. It's a lovely leopard print, very, very thin viscose jersey. Again, make really good Freya tops, t-shirting weight, I would say. So lovely couple of t-shirts, maybe Tabitha t-shirt would look nice in this. You could get away with a Tabitha t-shirt dress because of the way it drapes. Yeah, just gorgeous. So this was 5 meters for £5 in the remnant bin. I made a Billy jumper, which I'll pop a picture in so you can see, out of it, where I just stuck some black ribbon on it, but I've still got absolutely loads of this left, and I do want to get something made up because I really like the way that this colour looks on me. So again, that's another viscosey fabric. Most of the stuff in here is stretch. This you would have seen me make something out of, but I did get quite a bit of it. It's a stretch velvet fabric. One-way, 2-way stretch, not 4-way stretch. It doesn't stretch that way. It's lovely and floral. I'll pop a picture of what I actually made in it, but I've got loads of this left. I think I've got a couple of meters of this left, because Freya doesn't take up much fabric at all, and I do see this as a dress of some sort, but it is just stunning. It's just a really pretty fabric with all these gorgeous flowers on it, and I do really want to get something else made up. I don't know if I tend to wear my velvets more around the Christmas period. Obviously we're past Christmas, so whether that will stay in my stash until next Christmas, it's a possibility. So this is a So Hayley Jane fabric. Now all I have used for this is a tiny little scrap bit from the bottom, which was when I made my sister's belt, insulin pump belt, because it was a great thickness for that. I don't know whether to destash this. I can't see it being something I will make up to wear for myself. It's a lovely, lovely jersey. It really is really nice cotton jersey, but it's just the colourings on it. As much as I love purple, it's got the yellows and it's got all these dots on it. I don't think it's something I will wear. It's beautiful. I haven't taken it out of my stash. My sister has asked me to make some more pyjamas up. I made her some for her for Christmas, and she really liked them, and she has said, can I make her some more up, because they're the most comfortable things she's worn and they fit her arms and legs because she's very tall. So maybe I might keep that to make her something, you know, working from my stash and all of that rather than destashing it. But let me know your thoughts on that one. Shall I keep or shall I destash? Sorry, I'm wheezy. Joys of being an asthmatic, actually. So this is a fabric. I think I got this from Crystal at my Social Threads destash account. It's a black and white stripe viscose jersey, a black and white, blue and white stripe viscose jersey, t-shirt in white. Gorgeous. I think there's about 3 meters of it. I really like it. Summer maxi dress is kind of my viewpoint on this one. I think this would make a nice sort of racer tank top kind of maxi with a elasticated waist. Don't know of any patterns that are like that. I think there is a Ellie and Mac Be Graceful. That's a t-shirt dress. This would look lovely. Definitely a summer weight fabric. Definitely see it as a maxi dress. But again, any other ideas on this one, let me know. But it is t-shirting weight, which is why it's still in my stash for summer. because you're on my phone, I can see how long it's taken me to go through this. When it comes to editing, this is going to be fun, because on my camera, I couldn't actually see how long it was taking me. And I dread to think how long this vlog is going to be in the end. I hope you guys are all still with me, and thank you very much for watching. So this is a winter fabric, and if I hold it a bit closer, you can see it's a knitted fabric. And I got this again from my local fabric shop, which is Fabric Emporia. I've talked about them quite a lot, go there quite a lot. They're not online, they're on the Kettering Road in Northampton. It's a knitted fabric. I haven't used it, and I don't know why, because I actually really like it. I think it's more about finding the right pattern for it. It's very similar to the fabric I have on, in the sense of that textured knit, and this makes a gorgeous Sibu top. But yeah, I am sort of, it's got a lovely bit of stretch to it. It's not got too much stretch to it. So this sort of jumper would actually work really well. Maybe the Sibu top out of it. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm going to have to give this one some thought, but I do like this fabric. It'd make a really nice dress as well, like a winter knit dress. I have got about 3 meters of this. I wonder if I could make this into the South Bank sweater. I might keep this one out to go in my current stash that I'm using, and have a go at seeing if I can make the South Bank sweater out of that. Watch this space, you might see that appear before you see this vlog. And you'll know whether I made it or not. I'll pop that there, because it can go into my mini boxes that I've got down here. What else have I got in here? So this is lovely. This is a flecked blue, sorry, I've got dog hairs on this one for some reason. Flecked blue viscose jersey. I don't know if you can see those flecks of colours in it. Now, I did make a boat tee in this. I don't think I actually took a picture of me in it. One of the Birder boat tee, I can't remember what the number is on it, but I've used the pattern quite a few times. Because I didn't pre-wash the fabric, it shrunk after the first wear, but I really like it. This will definitely become a t-shirt for the summer. It's just a lovely, lovely fabric, and it's plain enough, but those flecks mean that I could wear it with any colour trousers that I desire, essentially. So there's a couple of meters left of that one there. This is, I don't know why this is in this box. So I've got lots of these little scrap bits. This is a fabric that I made a Sylvia robe out of. It's like a glittery, it's definitely polyester fabric, and it's leopard print style in this bronze colour on this black based fabric. Now this is definitely remnants, there's not masses here. I could probably get a t-shirt out of it if I wanted to, and then you can see on the back it's just a black back, but it's definitely polyester of some sort. I'm going to pop this into my scraps, because, well, not this piece, because this is big enough to make something if I was looking for a project, but these pieces here, just because they're not big enough to make anything, so I need to find an ulterior option with them. That came from a market stall in Leicester, I believe, last year. So again, t-shirt in weight. So lots of summer fabrics, guys. Tie-dye, viscose jersey, really nice, love it. Had ambitions to make a Tabitha t-shirt dress, but again, I got this at the back end of summer last year. Again from my local fabric shop. So let me just open that up a bit more so you can see it. So it's beautiful, purpley colours. Again, make great t-shirts, make great Tabitha dress, make a lovely maxi dress as well. If you guys come up with a pattern for me, that would be great. So I've got them to make for summer, that would be perfect. But I really like that fabric. Just wrong time of year when I purchased it. This is a, again, a melange jersey type thing that I got from Pound Fabrics. I bought it to make my dad a top. I just need to find the right pattern. So Ellie and Max probably going to be my choice, because my dad's like an XXXL. But it's lovely, and it's definitely a man's fabric. Is there such a thing as a man's fabric? It's just a man's colouring. It's terrible that I say that, really, isn't it? But I do like that, and that's from Pound Fabrics. And this beauty, again, summer fabric, is from Rachel at Stitched Up's D-Stash account. So I really like this. Again, I would say this is a polyester of some sort, but it's just got these gorgeous, vibrant colours on it, and just summer dress written all over it. Absolutely written all over it. Probably, like I said, another maxi style dress, which is what I do tend to live in the summer. So I'm going to pause you a second, switch out the box for my last big box of stash that I've stored outside, and then we'll take a look after that at my indoor stash. Oh my God, I bet you're all sitting there thinking, how much has she got? So give me a moment. Okay guys, last big 80-litre box of fabrics that I have. Now some of the ones that I have in here are actually D-Stash fabrics, or to put on my D-Stash page. So for example, this mustard rib knit, that was one that I got from the bargain bucket at Milton Keynes. No, I didn't actually get this from the bargain bucket. I bought this. I mean, look at the colours on that. It's beautiful. But again, not my colour palette. And I bought this with the idea of making like a dress, like a midi dress, or Freya top or something like that. And the fabric is stunning, and it's got like a real sheen to the way that the colours, the way that it's threaded on the ribs, because it's kind of got that melange effect on the mustard, but it's just not something I can wear. So I had this on my D-Stash account. How many meters have I got of this? I think there's about 2 or 3 meters there. There's a lot there. So I'm just going to chuck that straight down to my D-Stash pile. But that is that fabric. I don't know what to make with this. Now, I think this is stunning. I think I might have to make a bag so I can line this, but actually utilise this fabric. I have a metre of this. Now this is again from my local fabric shop, and it's obviously an Indian style fabric, and it's got these gorgeous silvery type motifs on it, and it's all, you can see behind the way it's all embroidered and sewn in. It's gorgeous. I have a metre of this, and I do think I'm going to make a bag. I'm going to find the perfect lining, just so I can make use of this, because I love it. I absolutely love it, but I haven't found anything that I really want to make, and it's been in my stash now for over 2 years, and I just haven't been able to make anything with it, but it is just beautiful. So you've already seen this pink check. This was the piece that I actually had on my D-Stash account. I think there was about 1.5 meters of it, but I'm going to keep it, I have decided now. Another So Hayley Jane fabric. So I do know what I want to make out of this. This is a gorgeous white fabric with these lovely leafy type prints. There will be 3 meters of this, 3.5 meters of this. It's a cotton poplin fabric, and I really want to make the Carolyn pyjamas out of these. Or I actually have, because I don't have the Carolyn pyjamas pattern, it's lovely. The Ellie and Mac, they do like an adult multi pyjama set that's got like a knit dress, pyjama, like the ones with the button up, which is what I can envision this in, and t-shirt and shorts. They've got like a multi-pack, and it's a free pattern, and I have it. And I am thinking about maybe utilising that to make these out of. I don't think they'll be as nice as the Carolyn pyjamas, but I do like Ellie and Mac patterns. So, and it you know, one shirt and bottoms, they're all kind of the same. And I have got the Jamie pyjama bottoms by Tilly and Buttons, which I love. Absolutely love the way that they fit, so I could use those bottoms and then use that for the shirt base. But that is what I want to make out of that. But again, because they're white, it's definitely a spring summer fabric to make that with. Now this one I bought from shop in Matlock. My partner and I like to visit Matlock. I think it's a beautiful place, and there's like a little sewing shop they obviously do repairs and alterations and stuff, but they also sell fabric, and it's not a huge collection, but I bought this from there, and it's got these anchors all over it. And I'd like to make my other half in the summer the McCall's shirt that I made him this summer out of that. I think it looked really smart. So that is sitting in my stash ready for me to do that with. I've only made him one shirt, only thing I've ever made him. And I would like to be able to make him something else at some point. Now, I believe I got this from Rachel's D-Stash account as well. This is a sheer fabric, so you can see. So you need to make something, well, it's actually not that sheer, but it has a sheerness to it. And again, from all of the style vloggers that I like to watch about upcoming trends in fashion, not that I like to follow a trend, but I do like to know what's going on, sheer's meant to be in this year. So this is just stunning, and I'm thinking about maybe making a nice blouse out of this, because I can wear like a nice vest top underneath. Again, I would say it's definitely feels like a crepe, but it is just beautiful. I mean, you could make a dress out of this and put like a lining underneath it or something, or even like the Maeve skirt with a lining to give that boho feel. The NYX dress by Closet Core Patterns would be another one. But I like the idea of turning this into a shirt or blouse type thing. But let me know your thoughts, and just hold that up properly so you can see it, because it is just very floral and white. I think it'd also make a lovely patina blouse. Really do think it would make a lovely summer patina blouse. So this one here is a viscose. It's pink and orange, but it's not my colour pink. And I picked this up, I think this was really before I knew what I loved and what I didn't, and before I'd experimented with colours that had suited me. And I've got quite a few of these. I think I sold some on my D-Stash because I had lots. But I have kept hold of it because my daughter might like something out of it eventually. She's not really a skirt girl, so everything you make with her is jersey. But I thought this would make a lovely sort of boho shirt, blouse type thing. But again, this was from the 5 meters for £5 remnants bin at Neil's Fabrics in Milton Keynes. Now, when I started vlogging, I shared this as one of my ones that I had in my stash. It's a gorgeous viscose sateen, and it's just got this lovely sort of multicoloured pinks and blues. I adore this fabric. I have 2 meters of it. I would like to make a dress of some sort. I just don't know what to make because I don't want to ruin it. And the reason I haven't cut into this fabric is because whatever I make, I want to wear and show it off. And it's a real sort of summer wedding, summer barbecue type material. Let me know your thoughts on dress ideas for this one. It's viscose sateen. It's going to be really tricky to sew with. Now this is another Rainbow Fabrics fabric. I just want to open this up so I can show you, because it is a border print. Again, not my colouring, but I absolutely love the print on this and would want to make a maxi skirt out of this. But again, like the Maeve skirt, I think this would make a lovely Maeve skirt, with this being the bottom tier for that boho look. And then I can break up with what's actually on here, with like a black top or, you know, like a little vest top, to really sort of give that blocker between me and a fabric colour that doesn't particularly suit. But it is gorgeous. It's a viscose, I want to say it's a viscose twill. It feels like a viscose twill, but it's got that gorgeous sort of lovely border print at the bottom. So here I have some, again, this is another Rainbows Fabrics. So I've got some thread. Would you like some thread? Another Rainbows Fabrics type material. I think this is, I want to say it's a tencel or possibly a linen of some sort. Definitely bought it for trousers, just haven't got around to making anything. Was going to make the bob pants out of it, but because of how wide they are at the top, I didn't have enough fabric for that. And then I was thinking about making the kimono pants, but I have kind of done the kimono pants to death. It would make a good pair of cargo trousers if I could find a pattern that I like, to give a cargo pocket, but maybe the wide leg. So yeah, it's just sitting in my stash. I've got 2 meters of that just until I decide what I want to make with that. And then I have some black viscose. Again, these are the Pound Fabrics sort of viscoses. They're just, that's actually Tencel. That's Rainbow Fabrics black Tencel that I've got left from making a pair of shorts. There's about 1 meter left of that. Maybe a woven top or something out of. And then this is a black viscose chalet that I got from Pound Fabrics, like the navy that I showed you earlier, just to have something as a base for a lining or something along those lines in my stash. I've got some more of that fabric that I shared with you earlier that I don't like and for some reason want to keep hold of. May put a piece of this into my destash file because I'm not going to use it. Work out how much is there. And then I have this gorgeous burnt orange type colour Tencel. Now I need to open it up so you can see the actual side that would be showing. And that is it. See that sheen there? So it's just got this gorgeous little sheen on it. This is a Tencel that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, one of their drops that they had last year. And I very much have trousers in mind for this, and very much have the saguaro trousers in mind for this to wear with some smart blouses for work, etc. Definitely work, but want wide legs with it. Again, another fabric I got from Rainbow Fabrics. It's just a white viscose twill. Nothing special about it. Bought to make a patina blouse. So I had a white sort of drapey patina. Some more navy viscose chalet from Pound Fabrics. I am not going to open it up or show you, just so you can see. It's a basic that I have in my stash. I think we all need some basics and we all need some plain colours in our stash. And this fabric I think you have all seen a few times before. So I have this fabric in many different colourways. I have had it in the navy blue, which I'll pop a picture in here of me wearing my navy blue Bakerloo dress. I've had it in a light blue, which I've made a Zadie jumpsuit out of. I'll pop it here. And I've had it in a green, which I made the penny dress out of. This is the purple colourway. I only have 2 meters of this one. I don't know what to make with this one. I've shared it a few times because I just don't know what to make, but it's so pretty. I don't really want to cut into my last final piece. Oh, I've made a black colourway version into a caramel jumpsuit as well, which I'll pop a picture in of. So yeah, this is just the last colourway and I've got 2 meters of that, but that's all washed and ready to go when I find the right thing to make. And I will make something. I have made something out of all of the other fabrics. I want to say it's I've said this a few times because I get it from my local fabric shop and it's not labelled. I think it's a linen of some sorts, just from the way that the fabric is and the threading on it. I don't know if you're going to see this. There's like it's a funny thread. Anyway, the way it's thread, it's almost like it's interwound. But then sometimes I wonder if there's a poly content to it as well. But it is just, oh, it feels nice. It's lovely. Absolutely love this. And what I will say is the underneath side of it doesn't feel as nice as the top side. So that's the, there you go, you can see the weave on that. If anybody knows what that is, let me know, please, because I'd be really, really curious to know as I keep buying this fabric time and time again. Again, it's definitely a summer weight fabric. I've just made a Zadie jumpsuit in something very similar to this, but it's like an embroidered fabric. And the last 2 pieces in here, now this one I really need to put in my scraps box, which is remnants I have of my Jules fabric that I made a hazel dress out of. There's not enough here to make anything major. I think I'd put it to one side because I thought, oh, I could make a tote bag with that because of the size that I've got left. And I've also got some gorgeous, it's not gorgeous, it's just webbing. So I've got some webbing to go with it as well. So that is that's going straight into my scraps bag. And then I have here, this is a cotton poplin that I got from Pound Fabrics. I have about 3 meters of this. I bought it. I didn't know what I was going to make with it. I still don't know what I'm going to make with it. I really like it. It's a lovely fabric. I've only got, now I've got 2 meters of it. It's gorgeous, and I think I bought it after I'd made my patina blouse in the cotton poplin, which I'll pop a picture in. I bought it at the same time, and it had that vibrance to it, and I remember working with the fabric thinking how fantastic it was to sew with. But then also, I love my patina blouse, but I have to tuck it in because it's not a drapey fabric. And so this would make a great dress of some kind that maybe got a zip in the back, or again, a hazel slip dress. Hazel dress to use as a slip dress because it's that structure. It's very similar to this fabric here that I made my last one out of, because I think this is a cotton poplin, not soft. Ideas on this. Cotton poplin makes, what can you make? I don't like structure, so if it's got puffy sleeves on it, I like the drapier look. So what else could I make with a cotton poplin that I would like the look of, that doesn't make me feel huge because it explodes in all different areas? Please pop in the comments below and let me know. Right, that's all 3 80-litre boxes that I've shared with you. Next, we're going to talk about what I've got inside the house. I know this vlog is really long, guys. I'm sorry. So this is what happens when I take you along with me to show you my stash. These are stored outside. I go through them regularly. We interchange what comes into the house, and I rotate, and you'll see that because I've got some viscoses, but mainly wintry type fabrics in my boxes that I keep in the house. And I've only got 3 Kallax unit boxes, you'll be pleased to hear. So let me switch you off, switch all this about, and get that out. Okay, my lovely, so these are the Kallax boxes that go in the IKEA units, and I'm sure most sewists have some of these in their house. I have a 4-grid and then one that my TV sits on in the living room, and I have 3 of these that have fabrics in, and these are fabrics that I've either got intentions of working on through something that particular month, and sometimes where I shove new fabrics to hide them from my partner. Simple as that. So I have this fabric here, which I'm very desperate to work with. It's all washed and it has been ironed twice, but I've had it out so many times because I can't decide what to make with it. And it's a So Hayley Jane fabric that we got in October, and it's the Cobra Corsage fabric. I love Adele from Sofa Sorrenti's Wilder gown, and I almost want to steal that, but I don't think I'd wear it because I don't like the neckline on it. So I keep looking at it and going, what dress can I make? So I then thought about making the Davenport dress from Friday Pattern Company, but extending the bottom tier to be maxi, but I can't find my pattern, which is really irritating me because I have the paper pattern only. So I can't even go on and reorder like a printout. So I've got 3.3 meters of this, and it's gorgeous. But you guys probably have seen this fabric before, and definitely recently, because I think when I did my first ever unboxing on YouTube, it was this fabric I got, and I was so excited about it. I'm really surprised I haven't got it sewn up yet. So that is in my I want to sew with soon box. God, I'm 1 minute 40 into this, and I know how many other minutes I've been in the other ones. So this is a viscose jersey. You can tell that these ones aren't as neatly folded because I have them out all the time when I'm deciding on what my next project will be. This is a gorgeous viscose jersey. I've got 3 meters of this, and it came from Rainbow Fabrics in Kilburn, and it's just lovely. It is very t-shirty weight, but I made out of a t-shirty weight one a Westcliff dress in a green floral. I'll pop a picture in so you know what I'm talking about, and it worked really well. I'm not sure what I want to make out of this one, if I'm perfectly honest. It's one that I've kept out because I definitely feel it's something that needs to be made up in winter. It would look lovely as a Freya, but again, I've got so many of them, I don't want to make any more, and I have got 3 meters of this, so I want to try and make the most of the fabric. So if there's any viscose jersey patterns that you can think of that I can throw together, maybe a dress of some sort, then let me know, because I'd be keen to know. So you've seen this fabric already. I'm not going to go into it, but I've got some in my stash to work on to make some pyjamas for my sister, which is why it's in here. And then you have seen this fabric in my recent hauls, which is a white French terry fabric. You see my dog has attacked it. that I got from So Affordable Fabrics. It's very thin. It's not what I would class a brilliant quality one, but I have made a billy jumper out of it for myself to layer on my dresses and stuff. So I've made it slightly cropped and it works really well. I've still got quite a bit of this fabric left, so I'm not quite sure what I want to make with it. I am thinking about making a French terry kind of loungewear set using the Stella Jogger pattern and I don't know what top, but a top to go with it that I can lounge about in the house in, because white's a dangerous colour for me in general, but that is what's there in my head. So this is the blue colourway of what I shared with you earlier. I know you can't probably see the blue coming through on the camera. This is a remnant piece of what's left. There's about a metre of this left. So I'm not quite sure what I want to make up. This is what I made my Bakerloo dress out of, which was my most favourite make, and I wore it on New Year's Eve. So yeah, that is in there. There's only about a metre of that, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make with that. It's a small piece. It's one of those that could almost live in my scraps pile because it's a piece that I've got. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just see. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions of a metre make, bearing in mind that I'm usually size 14 to 16 in most sewing patterns, depending on who the provider is, that'd be great. And this is the remnants from the pyjamas that I made my daughters. Now I've still got about 2 meters of this left. I am thinking about making myself a nice pair of pyjama bottoms out of it, because like I said, it's a good, although it's a check and it's a very Christmassy kind of style fabric, it's a good all year rounder. And I tell you something, my daughter, my eldest daughter in particular, is living in her pyjama bottoms of these. She wears a top too, but her pyjama bottoms she literally lives in. And this I bought from Rainbow Fabrics last year. I think I bought it late winter. I think this went into the sale. Now I want to make an Ava skirt out of this from Sew Over It, and I actually had the hook and eyes delivered yesterday, and I'm going to try and get that made up before I go back to work. I did consider making the Jessie Coatigan out of it as well, but I definitely want to make a skirt. It's skirt fabric, skirt material. So yes, good classic winter staple, I think, that one. So that's one of my inside boxes. Two. Okay, so popping out the top is this gorgeous sweatshirting fabric that I got from Beyond the Pink Door. I've talked about this fabric a few times. I've made a jumper, which I'll pop in a picture of here. Billy jumper. It's really nice. That was the colourway that was sent to me in error. This is the colourway that I ordered and has come, and I'm too afraid to cut into it. But I think I'm going to make a Soho 7 raglan toaster sweater. I think I've got just enough, and I was looking at the pattern yesterday actually as one of those that I want to make up soon, because it has just got this lovely fleecy back to it. So you can see that some of these are more wintry. I then have, these are different colours of ribbon fabric, which I keep inside because I do tend to use them and it's that time of year. This is a French terry, it's inside out, French terry black fabric that I got from So Affordable Fabrics, and again is to make me a loungewear set. I was going to make my daughter's jogger set with it at Christmas, but they just got so much, and I made so much over Christmas that I decided that I want to keep it for myself, make myself something. It's terrible, isn't it? This is the red jersey that is left over from making the girls' tops for Christmas. Now there is enough there to make me a Freya top, which is what I want. I know I have a red Freya, but that's made out of a Ponte, and because this is a cotton jersey, it's slightly drapier, and I just want to have a slightly different look, and this is mainly to use to layer some of my clothes through the winter months. So that is going to be a Freya. I don't know what to make with this. This is a fabric I got from Fabricland 2-3 years ago. I've had it in my stash for ages. It's a knit fabric, and it has a little bit of stretch to it, but not much. I think I'm almost going to have to treat it like a woven fabric. Now, I've got a couple of meters of it, and I was considering making the duster cardigan, because that could be made in a woven or a knit. And like I said, it is a knit fabric, but there's no stretch. So I think it would make a nice cardigan, but it is quite a thin weight. That's the only thing. It would probably be more better suited for summer than it would for winter. So these here, I've got 2 lots of this. I think I've folded them together. This is a sweatshirting fabric that I bought. Can you hear next door's dogs? Sorry guys. That I bought from Pound Fabrics, and I made my daughter a pair of joggers out of them in March last year. And I absolutely love it. It's so snuggly and warm that there's enough there to make me something, maybe a sweat top or something like that, just for when I'm at home or when I'm working from home. Because I don't know about you guys, if you work from home, obviously we're trying to reduce our costs, we're turning down the heating at times, and I get so cold when I'm sitting doing nothing. So that's the idea behind that. And here I have a Ponte Roma striped blue and white jersey fabric. Again, I've got 3 meters of this, and I think I want to make the Sew Over It Nomi dress with this. I actually got that as a free pattern before Christmas in the Christmas Sewing magazine, and I love the look of it, and I think that would be lovely because it's got that little bit of structure to it. Another D-stash. I wanted to make something up with this before New Year. It's a leopard print metallic. This was from Rachel at Stitched Up D-stash account, which is why it's in this box, but it may have to now go into one of my big boxes outside, ready for next year to make myself something. And I've shown this to you before. This is my gorgeous tiger print fabric that I got from my local fabric shop. Again, I absolutely love this, and it does have stretch one way but not the other, and it's a velvety texture. And I need to make something with this. Desperately need to make something with this. It's been in my stash for a very long time. I wanted to make something last year, and I just haven't made anything yet. So ideas for this one, please. This one here, I really want to use ASAP. And then this is one that I have had for 9 years, and I won't get rid of it. I don't know why. It's this horrible spandexy, lycra-y kind of stretchy but slightly sheer. You can see me through it, but it's gold and it's got leaves all over it, and I just keep thinking I've got to make myself something out of it. There's only about 1 metre. I'm thinking about an oversized Ellie and Mac tee now, where I can probably get away wearing it a slightly dressier top when we go out for meals or something. I don't know. Okay, indoor stash. Last box, guys. Last box. Okay, so in those two, we've seen mainly wintry type fabrics. Now let's have a look at some of my beautiful fabrics. This is a gorgeous viscose twill from a seller on eBay. I've talked about her many times. I'm going to say viscose twill. I don't think it is a twill, but it's definitely a viscose, but it's a slightly thicker viscose. This is ex Zara Deadstock, and the seller is Crystals 9. She does some beautiful, fairly inexpensive fabrics. This I have 4 meters of. I want to make something incredible with it. I don't know what to make with it. I love this. I absolutely love this. I don't want to make, because the first thing that came to my head was the Zadie jumpsuit. but I have a Zadie, pop a picture in a very similar, not in a paisley pattern, but in a very sort of abstract type pattern on a black base. And as much as I love it and live in it and wear it, I don't want to make it. So that's all of these that I'm about to show you are from Crystals 9, and I bought them all in the same haul essentially. So this, I just love this. I'm just trying to open it up so you can see it a little bit better. It's like a jungle of animals. So you've got, comes across slightly vintagey. So there's like parrots on it. There's definitely butterflies in places because that was what drew me to it. And then it's in this kind of, it's like somebody's taken a photo in sepia and printed it on this gorgeous viscose. It's just it feels really lovely. I don't know what I want to make with this either. Summer dress, definitely. I've got 2 meters of this. Summer dress, I think it'll look lovely as a summer dress. Maybe even something simple like a lotta dress without the sleeves on it. But yeah, definitely a summer dress. Or there's a dress by Hand London. Don't think there'd be enough fabric for that one. But yeah, summer dress. Again, same seller. This is Monsoon dead stock. How pretty is this? So yeah, it's just a viscose fabric. It's gorgeous. It's got like this kind of marbled effect to it. This would actually make a nice lining as well for my Nova coat. I have got 3 meters of this, so there's plenty there. So whether I use it as a lining fabric for my Nova coat, or maybe I again use it for summer dress or summer blouse, I don't know, but it's lovely. Again, oh god, this is just gorgeous. I love this. So it's got like a washed effect to it, and it's got all these lovely peacocks on it, and it's a viscose, and it's just beautiful. I don't know if you can see the washed effect. I don't know if that's really coming up, but it's a subtle pattern. It's not like in your face, but it's just beautiful. Now I'm thinking a blouse out of that one. A blouse for work would be really lovely. God, it feels so nice. Honestly, if you could feel how soft this fabric is, which makes me think it's definitely a poly of some type, but it's beautiful. So yeah, there's the peacocks. I love it. Again, from Crystals 9. And then this is another viscose that I absolutely fell in love with from her shop. This is definitely a polyester. Just I can tell by the feel, but I don't know what I want to make with it. But it's just got these gorgeous ditzy flowers all over it, and I can see it. I mean, I did actually seriously think it'd make a gorgeous Davenport. I've got 3 meters of it. I again thought about extending it and making it longer, but I can't find the pattern because I actually got it out to cut the other day, which was really irritating. That's interfacing, guys. This is my box that's inside, which is why there's interfacing in there. This again is from Crystals 9. It is I think this was a Monsoon fabric as well. It's a lovely vibrant pink. It's a cotton lawn, and it's just lovely. And I actually had a skirt in mind for this, but again, I could change my mind on that. But it's beautiful. But when I saw it, it was definitely skirt that I thought of, although it would look nice as a shirt. Same seller, guys. This is a Ted Baker, ex-Ted Baker stock. Now when this came, I was very much, I want to make a Westcliff dress out of this, but the fabric is quite polyestery. I was excited by the fact that it was all Ted, and then I sort of started to feel the fabric, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I like the feel of that. It's like an elastane kind of, almost like something you'd wear to swim in, or lycra. That's the word I'm looking for. But my friend spotted it, and she wants me to make her something out of it because she loves Ted Baker. and she loves black and red. So that is in my pile to come up with something for her. I don't know what. Maybe I could check and see if it is a proper swimsuit material. I could make her a swimsuit for a holiday to Barbados in March. So you've seen this one. That's again a stash that I've just kept inside because it's something I want to use. This is a French Terry that I got from the craft fair that I went to in Birmingham. Mentioned right at the beginning of the vlog. All that time ago, guys. It's got clouds on it. I've got 1.5 meters of it. I haven't made anything with it. I loved it when I bought it, but now I don't know. Actually, that's going straight into my D-stash. This is a cotton jersey that I bought with skulls and flowers on it from Pound Fabrics. This is for my daughter to make her up a t-shirt, which we'll wait till the summer. I bought it for last year, but she'll still love it going into this year because she's got kind of like a gothy type vibe to her. This is going to go into one of my stash boxes. It's a very Christmassy type fabric. It's upside down for you guys. It's like a Christmassy type fabric. I bought this from Pound Fabrics last year. There's less than 1 meter there, and I bought it up to make my daughter a top. By the time it actually got delivered, there wasn't enough time to make it for her. And then I didn't make it this year because it's very more smaller child type top. So I might make myself a Freya or something out of it next year. So that needs to go in my stock down there. This is what I won. I won a gift voucher from the gift for November, and it was for Lucy Locket or Lucy something fabrics. I'll pop it in the bottom below so you can see. And this was a viscose that I bought, and it's 3 meters. And I have washed it. I can smell my fabrics off now. So I've kept it to one side to make something up, and I was actually thinking of a Starlark Hope dress for that. I thought that would look lovely, but because of the colours, probably wear it throughout the winter with some chunky boots and tights, maybe. We'll see. I haven't made a decision. And then I have this gorgeous fabric, guys, that I bought 2 meters of from some Model fabric. It's a celestial fabric, kind of from Rainbow Fabrics. I don't know what I want to make with this either. I was considering pyjamas, but I've got a few fabrics that I want pyjamas out of. But then I don't wear pyjamas to bed, so, you know, I tend to wear them more as to laze around the house in, loungewear. So I just don't know whether it's worth making up pyjamas or not. 2 meters, I could make a top, or can I find a really nice sort of blouse type top that would look nice? I tell you what, the Olivia blouse from Atelier Jupe would look lovely in this. I don't own that pattern. To be fair, this is just my pattern my fabric stash. My pattern stash downstairs is just as bad. Really should go through it. And the last but not least piece of fabric from all of my stash is this gorgeous velvet that I bought from my local fabric shop. And I was going to make something up at Christmas. I was hoping to do a collaboration with somebody, but it just never happened, and I'd sort of saved this for that. So hopefully it'll probably go into next Christmas and I will make something up, but it's just in that gorgeous forest green velvet. So guys, there you go. You have it. That is all of my stash. If you stayed with me this long, I am absolutely amazed, because I don't know how you've done it. You're probably summing in the background. The last thing I'd quickly like to show you before you disappear off, I mentioned when I asked you if you wanted to see my stash, because this is part of my stash. This needs a box, really. This is all of my fabric scraps. So where I've made pieces, and I've got pieces that range from sizes that are about that big to pieces that are slightly bigger. For example, this one that is, say, that big. This is all of the scraps that I have and that I own. So you can see I'm spilling over in this. I need to sort this out. Whilst I've got everything out, I probably will find a box for it. And I'd also mention, so Yes, this is a B&M bag. This is one of those huge B&M bags. This is full of upcycling stuff. So this could be clothes that I have that I don't wear anymore. So for example, this is a skirt that I just don't like the way it looks on me. And I never really wear it. I even took it on holiday to try and wear it. There's quite a bit of fabric there. So I'm going to upcycle and I'm going to reuse. But then I've got things like this, which is a top that I bought from a charity shop. See the labels on it. That is huge. So it's a lot bigger than the size says. So I need to find something else to make that up into. I've got lots of stuff like that. I've got makes. So this, for example, is a make that's just huge on me now. It's the Tilly and the Buttons indigo dress out of this gorgeous fabric, Godmother fabric, that is too good to throw away, but it's far too big for me because I made it at the beginning of last year before I lost on my way, and it was slightly big when I made it. But there's so much fabric in that I can upcycle and reuse. And then I have things like old duvet covers that just don't get used anymore that I want to try and do. So as you know, I'm doing an upcycle series, and the reason that I just wanted to quickly show you, because again, I need to find a box for all of this, because there is a whole big bag that is full to the brim of fabrics. That's all previous clothes. Last thing I quickly want to go through with you, again part of my stash, is this. So the only thing I haven't showed you guys in my stash is I have 3 rolls of fabric downstairs that are about 20 metres, but they're all Christmassy fabric, so the gnomes one is one of them. This is all of my back quarters, and I keep them on here, but this is actually bursting at the seams. So I've got a couple of simple fat quarters that I've probably looked at some point. All my Christmassy ones are sitting on the top because obviously I've had these out, but I've got quite a few Christmassy ones. And then I've bought a couple from Hobbycraft because occasionally I use them when I've been making bits up for people. So some lovely fat quarters. But the bulk of my fat quarters in here, and these ones are on the top because they were the last ones I received, are like my So Hayley Jane ones because I only buy them sort of periodically. I've also got notions in here like zips and stuff. This is some of that amazing, I can't remember what it's called, but Soverton Makery, she shared her towel tutorial where she put the letters on, so I went ahead and bought some of that because I was just so excited to buy that. So there's a bit of everything in that box. What I haven't shown you as part of my stash today is downstairs, all of the boxes of thread that I've got, everything like that. I knew this vlog was going to be long enough as it is, and let's face it, most of you are here to see my stash, not my accessories, upcycling, and you don't really want to see my threads either. So hopefully you've really enjoyed this vlog and you've managed to stay the duration. I think this is going to be about an hour and a half long video, so thank you very much. As I said, lots of exciting stuff coming up this year, so if you like my content, please click that like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell. And I will see you all soon, and I can't wait to hear some of your suggestions. Yeah, for some of the huge amount of fabric that I've got, and let me know, is your stash as big as mine, bigger than mine? You know, I would love to have my own room so I could store all of this in and actually see it, because I think sometimes that is the best way. My house just isn't big enough for that. So thank you very much for watching today. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.